It's Sunday, September 18th, 2016. For a timestamp, Manhattan just experienced a bombing, I think yesterday, or maybe late last night in Manhattan. This is a kriss Vector 45 ACP carbine, serial number 45C014780. We're just going to do some shooting tests. Going to try to run through 100 rounds, actually 126 rounds, because I have two 13 round Glock magazines fully loaded. Had some troubles with this gun in the past. Couple of visits to the kriss factory in USA factory, and it seems to have solved it. I shot a couple hundred rounds 2 weekends ago. I have that on video also. And I had one failure, just the bolt not locking back on the last round. It very well could have been, I could have been touching the slide release there, but our charging button, or whatever you want to call it. So, but yeah, just going to give it a shot. I'm going to try to run through these rounds. It's going to be a pretty boring video because I don't have a speed loader, so it might take a bit, but we'll give it a shot. And by the way, I am this has the EOTech on it, or it will have the EOTech, and I have the 25 plus round magazine extensions. These are just two brand new mags that kriss sent me, so I figured I'd give them a shot. That's what I've been shooting through. So right now I'm just shooting iron sights. Looks like everything good for those first few. Like I said, boring video of me loading magazines. Very sorry I don't have a speed loader. My thumbs are gonna pay for this. So yeah, this weapon, like I said, 2 trips to the kriss factory. It was bending casings pretty bad. Like if you'd picked up a spent casing, it had a pretty gnarly flat spot on it. That seems to have been solved. I think they polished, it looks like they polished the feed ramp, but literally, and we're in safe, we're empty, literally the entire bottom spring, the bolt, everything, all of this is new. This is the Gen 2 lower. The only thing that stayed is this upper portion here in the trigger group, the barrel and the stock, but all of these internals have been completely replaced. So, like I said, it seems to be doing good. I've been storing it with the bolt open and leaving the magazines loaded, and that seems to have kind of chilled out the spring. My assessment of it is that the bolt was coming in and closing a little too early during the cycling, which sometimes has a lot to do with the tightness of the spring, but it seems to be working good now. We're just, like I said, we're going to run through 200 rounds today, so that should give it an adequate test. So I honestly think I really did have my hand right there when I was shooting like a dummy. So let's see if there's, yeah. So I'm positive that's what happened right there. I usually have a way to grab on the forend. I think I'm just gonna start grabbing it up here by the barrel. So I will not do that on video anymore. Yeah, so basically bolt failed to stay back there. We're in safe, bolt's back. So that was a malfunction. Like I said, the bolt failed to stay back, but I'm positive I had my hand right there like a dummy. So I think this gun would really benefit from some sort of a broomstick style, I don't know what the proper name for those is, but the Picatinny like broomstick mount. My plan ultimately buying this gun was to SBR it and suppress it, but I ended up buying an MP5 and really fell in love with that gun. So I'm not one to keep a ton of guns around, so that's what I'm doing with the MP5, is suppressing that, and I'm waiting on my SBR form. I'm done. I'm just waiting on it to get back, and I've already purchased my suppressor, so I'm excited about that. I'm just going to sell the Vector because I don't need two gnarly pistol carbines. Alright, so like I said, I'm just going to grab this thing up here. It's not too hot, so keep me from doing stupid stuff. Do those, bolts back, we're clear. By the way, I meant to show this on video. Just using Blazer Brass FMJs. I buy it by the 1,000. It's just the way to go. But here we go. 26 more. Gun is so much more fun to shoot with a red dot, but like I said, I have a red dot on my MP5, so I did into that, so I didn't want to go through the trouble. But it is a blast to shoot with an EOTech. Alright, just a few more rounds to go through. valve in that magazine. So 10 in this one, and that'll be 126 rounds. Remember, we started with 2 full mags, and I have another, pretty sure I have another 2 full boxes. They may have been depleted due to filling those magazines. I just can't remember. Here we go. It's in rounds already. Quick. 50. And bolt stay back, and I'm positive I didn't have my hand on it this time. So maybe I won't be selling this gun. Yeah, maybe I do have to send it one more time, but yeah. That was just a, I don't know what kind of failure that is, what you call it. Basically the bolt didn't stay back on that last round, and that is the third time it's happened to me since my second RMA, or you know, it was, that's what they call it at the kriss place, for returning a rifle. So yeah, I should have shown that on camera, but you saw me have to yank the bolt back, so definitely happened. We're gonna give it a rest. I'm gonna cycle it through 100 more rounds here, or 100-ish rounds in a minute, and I'm just tired of floating and my thumbs are sore.